everyone, my name is Teacher Claudia, and today we're going to learn about homonyms, or words that are spelled in the same way but sound differently. And we'll also learn about homophones, which are words that sound the same but are spelled differently. Most of these words are also have a different meaning, okay? All right, so let's get started. So very often we see a new word and we think that it's pronounced in a way, but it has a different meaning. So why does this happen? Because in English we have different words that have different spellings and different meanings and different pronunciations, okay? So we're going to divide all of these types of words into 4 categories, all right? The first one is when we have same pronunciation, different spelling and different meaning. Okay?
Okay.
Different spelling and different meaning. Okay. So, one example that we're going to look at is the word peace. And then we also have, how do we say this?
Peace.
Peace, exactly. These words have the same pronunciation, peace and peace, different spelling, and the meaning is also completely different. So, do we know what peace means?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. War and
Quiet.
peace,
Yeah.
or
Quiet.
peace and quiet,
Yeah.
right? And then peace, okay, like a piece of cake, a piece of paper, a piece of advice. Okay, very good. Let's look at more examples. We have, how do we say this word?
Sweet.
Sweet, very good. And then we have this one, which
Sweet.
is pronounced like sweet,
Sweet.
as well. So sweet, the one on top is the adjective when something is sweet, like cake again. Or sweet, like a hotel suite, okay? Like a room, a very nice room normally.
That have cake in it.
That has cake in it. All of it has cake, yes. Okay, another one is this one and this one. Does anyone know how we pronounce these 2 words?
Bear.
Bear, very good. Okay, not beer, okay? Some people get this wrong. Bear, very good. So, bear is an adjective which means, for example, with my bare hands, it means I am not wearing gloves, okay? Or a bear, the animal, brr. And also when you say, I can't bear it, like I can't take it anymore, all right? All right, and one last example that I've got is air. The air we breathe. And heir, which is the heir to the throne, or the heir
To the family.
to the family heir, exactly. When you get, normally when a person in a family dies and you get the money, that's the heir, the person who is going to receive that money, okay? The child normally. All right, let's look at a different category now. We're gonna do same pronunciation, different spelling, different meaning. Not same, but similar pronunciation. I could even put it here to have more space. Similar pronunciation. And then again, different spelling, different. Okay, you'll see what I mean by similar pronunciation. Let's look at these 2 words that a lot of people get wrong, and let's hope that once and for all we can get it right. Okay, so this first one is dessert. Okay, repeat after me. Dessert.
Dessert.
Very good. So the stress is in the second syllable, okay? Whereas this one is desert.
Desert.
Go ahead.
Desert.
Desert, okay. So one is a delicious meal, sweet, that we eat after our main meal. And the other one is a place with no trees, no water, etc. So which is which?
The first one is the sweet.
That's right. The first one is the sweet food, and the second one is like the Sahara Desert, okay? The place where there's no water, you can ride a camel, all that stuff, okay? So it's dessert and desert, all right? And another one is that is very similar to this, where we have a similar pronunciation, is lose and that. Okay. So what is the difference? This one is loose, loose, and this one is lose. Okay, so the S and the Z, like a B. Z, okay? Now this one, loose, is an adjective, and we say it when something is a bit big, normally clothes. So we will say, these shoes are a bit loose, they fall out, okay? And the other one is the one that I think most people are familiar with, which is to lose, which is a verb which means that you didn't win, you lost, right? Okay, so loose and lose, all right? Okay, now let's look at some other examples. Now we're going to look at same spelling, same pronunciation, but different meaning. Okay, so same spelling, same pronunciation, different meaning. These are the ones that drive us the craziest because you don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. You don't know what it means, okay? So let's look at some of them. Bowl and bowl. Same spelling, same pronunciation. What is this? What is this craziness? Okay. So the first one is a ball that you use to play sports, right? Volleyball, tennis, football, etc. The other one is a very fancy event where people wear very nice formal clothes and you dance normally. A ball, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. An event, right? Yes. Okay, so that's one example. Let's look at another one. Ring and ring. Again. Okay. So one is exactly the ring. Have you seen the Beyonce song?
Yeah.
Put a ring on it, right? Which is when something you wear jewelry, or when you're getting married, you put on a ring. The other one is a verb. When we call somebody, you ring them, or you also ring the doorbell. When you get to a house, you go ring, ring. That is why it is ring, okay? So two different meanings. And finally, another example, band and band. Okay, so these two are a bit tricky. The first one is like a music band. Yeah, exactly, like a rock band or something like that. The other one is a band, is something that is elastic. It can be a rubber band, for example, and you put it. You can put it in your hair to tie your hair. You can put it to make things not fall apart. So that it's like a small rubber band and it's very, very elastic. So you can put it around a plastic bag when you want to hold things together. Money, there you go, you know it. There you go, okay? All right, and now we're going to look at our fourth category, which is same spelling, different pronunciation, and different meaning. Okay. This is also one that drives us a bit crazy because you look at the word, the spelling is the same, but when you say it, it is completely different, okay? So let's look at one of them. This word has two pronunciations. Do you know them? Give me one.
Bow.
Bow is one of them, very good. So let's say that this is the verb, okay? Bow. And to bow is when you, as a sign of respect, move forward. It's done a lot in Japan and Korea to say hello to people, you bow. The other one is this one, which is a noun, a bow.
Bow.
Yes, does anyone know what this is?
No.
Bow and arrow is one of them, a bow and an arrow. Another one is a bow can be something you tie your hair with, especially little girls, and you do a little bow. You grab two pieces of lace, put them together. That's a bow. All right. And finally, we're going to look at some more examples. We have very similar. Okay. We have, what do we think? Where do we think? How do we say these two?
Row.
Row, very good. And row is actually an argument. Okay? So you could say, normally a loud argument. So you could say, my neighbors were having a row last night. Or a row, so a row of people, like a line of people.
Row the boat.
Also row the boat. It's a